Welcome back to the Animation Weekly Recap. Hello, you beautiful
Bonus
people.
edition.
Nope, it's just our usual.
Oh, okay. Special edition. No.
Extra special edition because we finally have energy this week.
We have energy. We're totally awake.
I'm losing it right now as we speak.
I was literally over here drawing, and I broke away from that to do this. I'm in the mode of creativity and stuff.
I'm like constantly in that mode, so I don't have to like
You never break
make
out.
myself get into it. No.
Oh, well.
If like I lost my train
That's
of
why
thought.
they call you animation legend. for
Yeah,
sure.
I understand creativity. Yeah. It's all I live, breathe, and drink.
Okay, well.
That and wine.
I'm a close second to you. That's
you
all.
are.
Happy
I
to
know.
be.
I taught you my ways. It seems to be going well for you.
Harsh. She's so harsh. Help me. Help me.
I'm not harsh. I'm honest.
You are. Oh, yeah. That's same thing. Same thing in your world.
Yeah.
I'm not harsh. I'm just brutally honest with you.
I just think at least you don't have to like
everything
wonder what I'm thinking about you. Like you know.
You really do.
You know whether I like you or not.
Yep. Well, sometimes you question that. I think you do. As a friend of Ansley's.
What?
You're like, yeah, there's times where they're at.
Stop. You know I'm gonna go
'Cause
cry
you're
about
so
this after
brutally
this.
honest.
You should watch
You're
what
gonna be
you're
like-
about to say.
Okay.
You know, I might be honest, but I'm also sensitive, and you know I'm about to go cry about this.
And a giver. You are a giver. I'm telling.
Oh, stop.
It's amazing. She really
Okay,
looks
why
out
don't-
for her friends.
Why don't we not talk about me being a giver and
Okay.
honest, and it sounds like not a good friend, and just get into
Best friend.
this is really fun. Thank you so much.
I'm so scared. Later, she's gonna do something. Okay. No, hey, let's get into this. I want to
Yeah,
talk
this
about
is-
animation.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Right. Let's get into this.
Story 1.
Let's do it.
Sony's GOAT, with quotations, because that's the name of the film as well, animated feature reveals all-star voice lineup. So
Just saw this.
Have you heard about this? It actually seems like a really cool storyline. I'm excited about it.
I don't know the storyline, but I do know it's got a sort of a celebrity basketball player who I should know. Stephen Curry.
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry.
Oh, I think his name is Stephen. It's Stephen. Is that Stephen or Stephen?
That's, I think you pronounce it Stephen.
Stephen, because he goes by Steph Curry.
No, I always get confused by that one. But I've heard people say Stephen.
Wow, we're like...
Stephen. I've heard both.
Anybody who understands sports would be is probably freaking out right
Mr.
now.
Curry, who's a basketball
Mr.
player,
Curry.
I understand. What is he up to?
He's producing this film, The GOAT, and I think it is like kind of about him, which GOAT, you know, has two meanings now. Now it
Oh, wait, I
means-
know what. Well, the physical
animal.
goat. Yeah,
and the other one, it stands for greatest of all time. Greatest of all time.
Yeah.
If you put that up there, Philip.
Right, I did.
So, and everybody calls him the GOAT because he
Yeah.
really has like achieved so much more than a lot of people have, especially
I've
at his
heard
age.
this term before. I don't want to say how I've heard it.
Why are you
but-
going blessings, blessings?
Yeah. Legend.
Blessings,
Goat.
blessings.
I've heard these terms. Yes, continue.
All right. So the synopsis is GOAT is an original action comedy set in an all-animal world. The story follows Will, a small goat with big dreams, who gets a once-in-a-lifetime shot to join the pros and play Rollerball, a high-intensity co-ed full-contact sport dominated by the fastest, fiercest animals in the world. Will's new teammates aren't thrilled about having a little goat on their roster, but Will is determined to revolutionize the sport and prove once and for all that small can ball.
Oh, I like that.
I think it's actually going to be really cool.
Why isn't that on the poster?
Yeah, and I think Steph Curry is known, like, he is smaller and he came in very young.
Okay.
So I think this is kind of like a reimagination of his story.
I did not know enough about him. That's good
I
to know.
actually kind of made that part up, but I feel like he's a short king, like a petite prince. For like,
I haven't heard of that term either. I love it.
Steph.
I hope they use all these little fun terms. Petite prince.
I mean, he's 6'2".
Okay.
But I think if we're talking NBA.
I mean, I'm taller than he is. So, yeah, I would say that's on the short
well, I
side.
guess LeBron James. You know that TikTok I'm voicing?
No, I don't.
It's this like little kid. It's actually a Vine, and like he was being interviewed for something. He goes, And he was like talking about LeBron James. And he goes, LeBron James. Everybody, I think it's so funny. I can't say it. Wait, what are you doing?
Oh, I didn't know I was doing that.
Wait.
Did you do that?
Whoa.
Get it off of me. Get it off.
How did that happen? Whoa, this new computer is crazy.
I got the new computer. It does have some kind of like,
whoa.
Let's try this. No, okay.
What if I go like this?
I think I love it.
Wait, so now when we go love ya, bye, is it going to do it?
Let's just try it. Let's try it. I have to keep this on forever.
Wait, this is cool. Okay.
What else?
We'll have to redo it later.
No, I know. Let's
Okay, let's try to keep our expressions low.
Hi. I want to, there must be a wave one. Hi.
We got to keep our expressions small now because it's going to constantly go off, and I'm like always over expressive. Okay, anyways. Steph Curry, there's a Seth Curry.
Oh, there is, yeah. I wonder if that's his brother. I bet it is. He's 6'1". Yeah, they look alike. It's got to be a brother.
Wait.
Looks like a twin.
No, that's Michael Reeves. That guy isn't even related.
Oh.
It is his brother. Oh, he... He's ugly.
Good friend. That's the friendship talk right there.
Stop. Oh my gosh. No,
I know.
Steph got the looks, that's for sure.
Yeah, right.
Anyways, also to say.
He is on the short side.
To get back to this.
There's no doubt he's on the short side.
He's definitely not tall, but he also came in very young. Like, he did come into the NBA young. And yeah, that's all I know about him, to be honest.
Okay. But he's big enough that he could go, I have an idea for a cartoon. I'm going to go pitch it to, who's putting this out? I forgot.
Sony. Sony. In collaboration with the NBA. Sony Pictures, too. Yeah, it's really cool.
The NBA helped out.
They will release GOAT theatrically on February 14, 2026, timed for the NBA All-Star Weekend in Los Angeles.
Oh, thank you.
Anyways, that's really cool.
Which is on fire as of this recording.
Okay. Let's not get political. That's for the next article.
Right. Oh.
Actually, it's third, and it's, yeah.
Okay.
Anyways.
Well, good for him. I wish I was a pro basketball player so I can make whatever I wanted to get made.
Yeah, make a film about myself that's animated. Yeah. That could be really cool.
Right. Now, does he do the voice? I assume he's not doing the voice.
So... No.
Well, this is all about voice casting, so...
Yeah, so I'm going
through the he is a voice. They got him about the cast.
Oh, yeah, he's in there. Steph Curry.
I bet he's playing...
He must be the star. The GOAT.
Oh, my gosh.
That's cool.
I got a bad vibe all of a sudden.
Wait, really?
Well, he's a basketball player. The fact that he could maybe come up with an idea that I'm sure, radically changed.
Well, as a voice actor,
actress. Yeah,
I would know. I just voice acted in the Dakota Ring.
1 minute short film.
The 1 minute short film.
Uh-huh.
But I understand that it's actually not that hard.
Can you say one of your lines? I think it was
what? Major Dynamo.
Not bad. That was...
Guys, it's so easy. All you have to do is be dramatic. And
have the energy.
And, the people in the NBA are dramatic. They get, like, a little touch like that, and they, like, to get a foul on the people. Yeah, they're just, like, soccer players now.
Oh, my gosh.
So, he is dramatic. He's built for this. Anyways, next up is Caleb McLaughlin. Is best known for his role as Lucas Sinclair in Stranger Things. For which he has won.
Hold on.
This new computer sucks. Okay, we're still going.
Yeah, but we're going to have to... So, go back to Steph.
Oh, so Steph Curry's in it. He must be playing the GOAT. Next up is... They haven't listed who they're voicing yet, but Caleb McLaughlin, because I don't think they've announced all the characters. So, we can assume Steph Curry's playing the GOAT.
That's where something.
Caleb McLaughlin, who could also actually be playing the GOAT, because it's like a young kid. So, it might actually be him. He's best known for the role in Stranger Things. He's Lucas. Well, he's not pictured in here, actually. Oh. He's Lucas. The four guys.
Yeah, and he's the one that basically starts the whole thing off by disappearing.
No, that's the other one. I can't remember his name.
Oh, he's the dark-haired. Yeah, kind of the main character, yeah.
No.
Okay. So he's in it. That's good.
I mean, come on. There's only 4 of them.
You don't have to look about 5. I get you. No, I know. That's what I was going to say. He plays a basketball player in Stranger Things. That's fine. Okay. He does. Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay. Gabrielle Union, which is she not married to Steph Curry? This girl?
I don't know her very well at all, so I don't know. Steph Curry wife.
Oh.
Aisha Curry. Oh, is that the same last name?
Yeah, they're married.
Oh. I meant of the other girl.
This is why we never talk sports.
I was like, that name sounds familiar.
This is why we never talk sports.
I meant of the other girl.
This is so hard to get through.
I know. We should move on. They have amazing.
Oh, she was married to Dwayne Wade, who was a basketball player. So I wasn't far off.
She's in a ton of stuff.
She is. So Gabrielle Union, we know Gabrielle Union.
That picture doesn't look
Let's get through this. Nick Kroll.
Nick Kroll, heard of him, seen him before.
Yeah, he voices Big Mouth. I think that's Nick Kroll.
That's him. Yep.
Okay. And then Nicola Coughlan, she's newer. She's in Bridgerton and Dairy Girls. That's her.
Yep. Seen her many times. Yep.
And then
Dairy Girls is so funny.
I haven't seen it.
Oh my gosh.
Is it good?
You especially would love it.
Really?
Cannot believe you haven't seen Dairy Girls.
I would love to. David Harbour, Emmy and Tony Award nominated. He's also in Stranger Things. Oh,
he's
Jim Hopper.
Yeah, he's the sheriff.
Oh, Hopper.
He didn't get his picture in there. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's that big of a cast.
Well,
I think
he's
that
in Thunderbolts right now. He's the Red Crimson.
Oh, yeah, that looks terrible.
I saw it. I liked it pretty well. Yeah, not bad.
Jennifer Lewis.
Jennifer Lewis, singer, author,
Her role as Ruby Johnson. Oh, on Blackish. I remember that show.
Yeah.
Currently stars in I Love That For You.
Okay.
She was in Cars and The Princess and the Frog.
I'm surprised, yeah.
Never heard of her. Patton Oswalt.
I like Patton Oswalt.
Who is that? Is that him?
That's him. He always plays quirky. Yeah, I think that's the other girl. She was like the grandma. I don't know, but anyway, she's a little older. But Patton Oswalt is great. He's in Ratatouille. He does the voice of Ratatouille.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm a huge fan. I love Ratatouille.
Yeah, he's the main character.
I need to watch that again. Yeah, well, anyways, this is actually very exciting. I feel like this could be really good.
Yeah, I've seen little trailers, I think, maybe just a preview, but it seems to be getting good buzz and advertising.
From the studio that brought you Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Into the Spider-Verse.
And the NBA that brought you Michael Jordan. That's what they should say. Because I've heard of Michael Jordan.
Yeah, nice. Who else have you heard of in the NBA? You've got this.
Give me a hint.
I don't know anybody.
First name. If you give me a first name. LeBron James. I've heard of LeBron James.
LeBron James.
I worked with LeBron James a little bit. Space Jam. A New Legacy.
And Michael Jordan in Space Jam, right?
Well, that was the first one, and I didn't work on that.
Oh, I thought you did.
Yeah.
Yikes, that was the better one.
Well, not on the animation though. I think a lot of people would say.
Yeah, the animation was better.
I think the animation in the second one is probably better than the first one.
Yeah. What about the guy that you
Put
literally
it in the comments if you saw both of the Space Jams.
And which one was your favorite?
I don't want to say that because the first one is better. I think I want to say is the second one have better animation than the first?
Okay, that's a good.
Because
I've
heard people compare the animation. I've heard compare the story, maybe even the basketball player. Story's not near as good on the second.
Both basketball players were amazing.
But I do think really good cleanup too overall on that film. So, anyway.
Well, there is an image of somebody literally on your wall from the NBA. You've got this right there.
Oh, I thought you were pointing to this screen. It's past that. That is. Why can't I remember this? It's Kobe Bryant.
Good job.
Yeah.
Only beloved by the U.S.
Yeah, I have a little poster of Dear Basketball, and it's signed by Glenn Keane, and it's framed over there. And it's a drawing of Kobe Bryant.
Just to remind you of how much you love the NBA, apparently.
It's really the Glenn Keane drawing that I have that for, and the signature.
And Kobe Bryant's a legend.
I have a respect for Kobe Bryant. I mean, I'd heard a lot about him.
You know he's passed away, right?
No, I know.
Yeah. Okay. Because the way you were talking about him was current tense, and I just felt like you didn't even know that.
I do know that.
Okay.
No, and that makes it, even more powerful.
Yeah, it was like one of his last projects he ever did.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I mean, basically got that Academy Award, and it was within months. I saw him with Glenn Keane at a CTN Animation Expo party. I didn't meet him. He was kind of behind ropes. But yeah, that was my little story.
You saw him like right before he passed?
I was, from there to the door over there. I mean, it was pretty close by. Yeah, it was within
For
months.
like showing understanding, that's about like 5 steps away.
Yeah, we'll say I was 10 feet away, something like that. And got a good look at him. He was with Glenn. I talked to Glenn later. I didn't get to talk to him. They kind of scooted him away.
How tall did he look?
Well, like I said, I'm about 6'4". He's definitely taller than me.
Wow. You haven't really ever had to look up at somebody, have you?
No, it's pretty rare. It is. It's a weird feeling, too. So.
Well, anyways, not to get so off topic.
Yeah,
this is exciting, and that's a really good cast, so like I mean, it can't do bad.
You know what I like? I'm just going to throw this last thing out there because we didn't talk about the story. The pitch sounded kind of interesting. Not groundbreaking by any means, but
original IP.
Original IP, plus they're making up kind of like a new form of basketball, whatever it is, and it sounds like it's like it's going to be very animal and like probably the bigger predatory animals are going to be the more stars, and that's why a little goat is not going to fit in as much.
Right, I think it'll be good. I think it's a cool idea.
Yeah.
I also am just excited that anybody's making anything new.
Yes.
For the first time ever.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, on the topic of not creating anything new, let's move into Article 2.
That's the garage door coming down too, by the way.
Okay.
I love that somebody's creating something new.
On the topic of not creating anything new, Article 2. Lilo and Stitch.
Oh my god.
I actually know this is an older article, but because we got all mixed up in the Michael Lingelbach of it all, I actually did want to talk about this because there's some kind of surprising notes in here. Yeah. Lilo and Stitch mega box office hit reaffirms Disney live action remake strategy. Great. They were just about to give up after Snow White. Now they're back. The only thing I will say is I really liked the casting in this. I haven't seen it. But they casted local Hawaiian people who haven't really been in the acting industry, and I kind of liked that. Yeah, the little girl that plays Lilo. She's so cute. Looks very cute. Looks very much like Lilo. Even sounds like the one that is playing Nani though. She sounds identical to the Nani from the film. Really? Well, her and her sister are in the film. They both were trying out for the film. Really? I can't remember what the sister plays, but yeah, they both ended up getting casted for different roles in the film. I'm all for if they added a little, even more local flavor, an islander, culture to this film. I think that would be really, really interesting to see that kind of pumped up in this. I'd be all for that. I loved it. Are they going to have the guys do the, the dance that The Rock does? It's Samoan. Know. Oh, that's Samoan? Yeah. Well, no, they do that in Hawaii. Yeah, I know. Yeah. No. I think it's Pacific Islander. Well, there's Philippine and then there's Samoan. It mostly makes up the Hawaiian culture as well as Hawaiian. Well, but most local Hawaiians are Samoan. Ooh, I feel like you're going down a road you don't know a lot about. Maybe we shouldn't go there. Because I lived there. Oh yeah, you did for a year. Yeah. You feel confident saying? What about Japanese? Because I know there's a lot of Philippine. There's Japanese too. There is Japanese as well. But you're saying that's not sort of because did you know Hawaii is actually closer to Japan than it is to the U.S.? Yes, and that's why there's a high amount of Japanese people that then there's Philippine, then there's obviously local Hawaiian, and then there's a lot of Samoan. So most of the time when they say Pacific Islander as a culture, right? So if I was to say, because I've heard the term, and they did this a lot with Moana, they would say Pacific Islander to be very specific about the Hawaiian culture and the people there. And you're saying, is that a mixture of Samoan and all that? It is. So right? I just looked it up. Okay. Individuals who are from the origins of Polynesia, Melanesia, or Micronesia. This includes people from the countries or states: Hawaii, Guam, Samoa, and other Pacific islands.
Okay, so Samoans would be included in that. That's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you left out.
Oh, I was thinking Polynesian.
Polynesian.
There was Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of the people who, well, that I knew that were Samoan that had, you know, the like tribal tattoos.
Yeah.
That's a very Samoan thing.
Yeah.
I think it's a Hawaiian thing though too, so it kind of gets very confusing.
Yeah, I think it's.
But like I had neighbors that were Samoan who would wear the skirts. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. There's like a certain skirt that you wear like as men to do the dance.
Oh, yeah. And it has like the flower patterns on it and things like that.
No,
sometimes.
theirs was like not like that.
Okay.
But I don't know.
I know what you're talking about.
It was a while ago.
Yeah.
I can't remember totally. Anyways, it encompasses a lot. So I guess I don't know where we're going.
I'm all for them pumping that up. I think that would make it even more interesting.
I think it's really cool, and I think people are more interested in learning about other cultures than they may have even been during Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
So that kind of ground.
I wonder. Okay, I'm gonna throw one out because you haven't seen this, so you can't answer it. But maybe put it in the comments. Like, I remember I just recently watched Lilo and Stitch, the animated one, because I was like, you know, everybody's posting Stitch drawings right now because of the movie.
Oh,
I just wanted to. I hadn't seen it in a while, and I didn't work on it. I was about to, and I left Disney at that time. But anyway, I love the look.
That's one of the best films they've ever made.
Oh, I know. I missed out on that one. I was gonna lead this little insider secret. I was gonna lead the character because this was right after Mulan, so they were gonna give me a character in Lilo and Stitch, and it was gonna be the lady with the big. She's like not a princess or a queen, but she's like the official.
Oh yeah.
Dame, help me out here.
Miss Keikoa?
No, that's Tia Carrere.
This is the live. I'm looking at the names under them.
Oh, okay. She's animated in the Lilo and Stitch, so I don't know. I mean, there'd be a voice actor probably.
Oh, you're talking about when they go in the alien.
Yeah, she's an alien and an official. I'm sure a million people are going, it's this, what's her name? You know.
I'm looking it up.
That's her.
Grand Councilwoman.
Oh, she just called it Grand Councilwoman. Yeah. So I was going to lead the Grand Councilwoman. And when I left, they gave it to Jim Jackson, a good friend of mine. He did an amazing job on her. So
cool. Well,
Lilo
you didn't
survived.
Lilo survived
just
without
fine.
you.
Just fine without me.
Anyways.
My question was,
I still haven't
when I
even
rewatched it, I thought, you know, like she goes to the, they start and she's late for the hula thing because she was feeding the fish with that controls the weather, Pudge or whatever. Mm-hmm. She shows up late. Her ones she's trying to be friends with, what I'm calling her friends, but they don't really like her.
Right.
Two of them are basically Polynesian, or we'll say, you know, Hawaiian looking. That was wrong to say it that way. I'm going to say it again. Two of them are more like, you know, Pacific Islanders looking. And then the other two, one is like a white girl with red hair.
Yeah.
Basically. I'll just spotlight her. And I'm like, I wonder if when they redid the film, the live action film, would they have just replaced, because I wonder if they did that to kind of connect, you know, the white kids of the U.S. with the Hawaiian culture and go, okay, there's
also,
a girl
there's
that
a lot of
looks like you.
white kids from the U.S. that live there.
I know. And so it wasn't like it was a weird thing. I never thought that.
But they would probably hated them. Howdy.
And it would make sense that she would take that class too, right?
Yeah.
She's trying to learn the Hawaiian dances, and she's an expat.
Well, I'm actually more interested in. Did they remake the music?
Yes, I'm sure.
Did they still use the Kamehameha School?
I don't know.
Because I thought that was the coolest part. Is that they went there. Kamehameha is like the biggest school on Oahu. It's like it's right outside of Honolulu. It's like very like a part of their culture and history. And then there's Kamehameha Roads. Like it's like a very important part of their culture.
King Kamehameha, I remember him.
King Kamehameha.
Yeah.
And so the fact that they used their choir, I thought was so cool. And I hope that they still did that to kind of like ode back.
I know there's plenty of stuff they did there with the people there, you know, for the film. So
Anyways, can I actually get to the article?
Yeah, please. What's up with that article?
This is actually back to Memorial Day weekend, so it's probably done crazier, but it was kind of giving stats in comparison to Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
And how big it did. It said that it estimated 145.5 million over the traditional 3-day and around 175 to 180 million through Monday. Just Memorial Day weekend.
I know it was huge that weekend.
It's the biggest film ever, topping Top Gun Maverick.
Wait, what? For that opening weekend, that Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Which that one opened with 160. This was at 175 to 180.
Well, Maverick, I remember, was huge. So yeah, that's a big deal. Wow.
Yeah, to put the launch into perspective, the 3-day total of the remake is roughly equal to the entire domestic box office gross of the original film.
Wow.
Which wrapped up in its run 23 years ago with 145.7 million.
Are you kidding me? Wait, back up.
I
gotta put that in my head. You're saying their opening weekend, for at least 4-day total, was as much as the whole theatrical run.
It's actually over.
Of the original?
It was over how much the entire theatrical of the original. I know, that's why I thought it was like interesting stats.
Yeah, that's a crime.
It said it also scored an additional 158.7 million from international box office.
Oh, gee. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's
on the road to be $1 billion film, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It also had to, of course, throw AI in the end. Lilo and Stitch was produced for a relatively modest 100 million, which actually it's not modest, but if you put it in the consideration of they just tripled that in one weekend.
Yeah, well, but of other Disney movies too. I mean, and Avengers, Marvel stuff.
But they also just tripled that number in one weekend.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was produced by Rideback, the company founded by Dan Lin, who is currently head of film at Netflix. Rideback is aggressively exploring the possibilities of AI animation and its spin-off AI startup Chihu, which we've spoken about on here. Yeah. Recently raised 10 million venture capital.
Yeah, unrelated, but let me
throw in that they are considering AI.
Well, I was wondering if he was going to say, and we believe there was AI in Lilo and Stitch. And that's the thing.
Do people think that?
I think we should assume that that's already happening in Hollywood and we're just not hearing about it. So, is there? I don't know. But is there probably? Probably. That's my opinion.
That made no sense.
I know.
Is there probably? Probably.
Probably.
I actually get what you're saying.
Probably. It actually kind of made sense. But
probably.
When you explained it, it kind of made sense when you said it. I thought. Yeah. I went, totally get what she's saying. That's what I thought.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we just speak a different language.
We do.
All right. Well, congrats, Lilo and Stitch.
You know what? Last thing, a lot of people are calling it the live action Lilo and Stitch. And how unfair is that when it feels like maybe half of it, if not a third, is completely computer animated? Like Stitch is the main character. He's animated through the whole thing. Thank goodness
they didn't try
the alien characters, Bleakley and John.
They did that to Lion King too. They called it the live action Lion King.
Well, that's even more of a crime because there was not one live action character in there, and I think even the backgrounds, if I remember right, weren't they all CG? I can't remember if they did. Because I think Jungle Book they did live action shooting of the backgrounds, but all the characters were CG because Mowgli was live action.
Well, there's a kid in it.
Yeah. I can't remember, but I think you're right. I think that the Lion King ones were completely CG.
I think so.
Yeah.
But what do I know? It's not like I do my research on the backgrounds of the Lion King.
It's a hybrid movie. It's not a live action film.
It is. We should call it hybrid.
I know. But they want to have a distinction between the two.
All right. Article 3. This is a quick one and not much of a shocker, but articles were so slim. They kept throwing back up sponsored articles from October of last year.
Really?
Yeah, the one that we did on the Legend of Bill.
Yes.
That came back up on the top of their page today.
Oh, really? Well, good for them.
Good for them, but good job. Yeah, I know. But yeah. Anyways, so Article 3, opening night of Annecy Festival turns political as filmmakers go off script.
Uh-oh.
Shocker.
Yeah.
People getting political when they have a chance at the stage. Mm-hmm. Not shocked. But
Annecy,
it's like kind of an artsy.
Where you see it,
really? I thought it was.
Because they're animators and directors of animation. They're not usually outspoken. Let's put it that way.
I guess this film was called... It doesn't have a... Where is the name?
The name.
Oh, I think it's called like Idiot or something. It's got Putin, Trump, and Netanyahu in it.
Oh.
It's an image on the top of the page. If you could put that up, Philip. I can't remember what this film was called. Anyways, the director was invited onto the stage. At one point, Yushev told the audience, F Putin, F Trump, and F Netanyahu.
Oh, I can't say his name.
Netanyahu?
That's close.
Okay.
We'll just leave it at that.
To a packed house of 925 people from every corner of the animation world erupting into applause.
Oh, wow.
It should be noted that the images of all three people are on top. Okay. I guess the film...
What's it about?
In discussing his latest film, Yushev also added, if you follow an imbecile, the chances you'll become an imbecile is very high. If you admire an idiot, your risk of becoming an idiot is very high. Meanwhile, two-time Oscar-nominated British filmmaker Joanna Quinn was...
Oh, Joanna Quinn, I know her.
Yeah, who received an honorary crystal at the opening ceremony, dedicated her prize to Gazan animator Hanin Kouraz, who has been running animation workshops for displaced children in Gaza. So I guess, but that film was about it. So
her film was not about that. It was just...
Yeah, Quinn said about Kouraz on stage, one day she'll be stood here holding one of these, pointing to her award. Hint, hint. Wouldn't it be wonderful if the kids could come here and watch their films? Which was talking about affairs of the art. That was her old one. But this one is To Gaza with Love, a global Anaheim.
Anajam.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was kind of like the politics that was talked about at Annecy, in case anybody needed to know.
Yeah, it's not really big news there, is it?
Well, it seems like both of the films were related to it, so why wouldn't they bring up politics?
Yeah, they were already both sort of politically,
They were very both of them were very politically charged, and then they won an award and took the stage, so they're going to talk about the politics that their thing's about.
I would not be in the audience I would not be shocked by that.
No, I'd be like, what? You made the image at the top has a screen grab from his short, I'm guessing, with Putin, Trump, and I can't say that other guy's name, with the word over it, idiot.
Yeah.
So you're telling me I'm not expecting him to get up and throw a couple cuss words around with their names involved?
Yeah.
Come on.
Right.
Anyways, there's an article about it if you wanted to know.
Yeah, and we just talked a lot about it, so you don't even have to read it.
No, that's actually all you needed to know.
That was the gist. Yeah. Well, you're right. That's not a big news story.
Not a big news story, but it's literally all.
And it's a little bit of tea. I know you like.
Yeah, because all the other stuff is just announcing things,
Right.
We had a lot of announcements. I need to mix it up a little today.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to find. I see what you're saying. But it's hard to find actual news when most of the articles are some kind of an announcement.
Right.
Some kind of announcing casting for your next film, like Goat.
Yeah.
And that's not...
It's hard, but as you know, I always have my creative brain going. It ebbs and flows constantly. So I'm always ready to find any small piece of article that I can make interesting.
I love it.
That's called journalism.
That's it. Boom, boom, boom. Good for you. Good for you. Okay.
What did I just do?
Let's do this again. Here we go.
Oh, thanks so much. Bye.
Do it again.
Hold it. There we go.
Bye.
Be sure to subscribe to the Pencilish Studios YouTube channel.